Have you ever found yourself becoming distant from a friend or tribe and struggled to know why? Or been in a relationship that was coming to an end and, while you're kind of glad it's over, wish letting go was easier? However pleasurable or not relationships can be, they serve as one of our greatest opportunities for self-growth, as everyone we engage with on this level reflects back to us some aspect of our being or lifestyle value we agree with. But because as humans we're constantly growing, evolving, and just plain changing our minds, those values change as well, and so too do the people we want to spend our time with. Unfortunately, saying goodbye isn't always easy. So on this episode of Living Clear, I'm going to show you how to let go of people and relationships more easily. Hi, Morgan McKean here with Living Clear, the show where you receive spiritual ideas for fabulous living. And today we're going to address the touchy subject of letting people and relationships go more easily. As perhaps you've heard the phrase, people come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And in my experience, more come in for a reason or season. So learning to let go of them more easily is essential for fabulous living. Now, don't get me wrong, as I'm not trying to be cold or callous, as I understand altogether too personally just how difficult letting go of someone can be, which is why I want to share these insights with you, as when we expand our awareness, it's easier to see these things more clearly. Too often when a relationship has run its course and is coming to an end, we tend to feel guilt, sadness, maybe like we've done something wrong, or worse, flat out rejected. However, what's really going on is the ideas and beliefs that you once shared together have now shifted, so that your visions for a blended future together are no longer in resonance. Nothing more, nothing less. Last year, a friend of mine went through this kind of experience in a very major way, as not only was she saying goodbye to a single friend, but she was breaking away from her entire social tribe. The group formed somewhere in their teens and had been pretty tight all the way through law school, even being in one another's weddings. However, as she became more and more of her own person as a wife and attorney, the partying scene of her old social circle was less and less appealing. Still, she cared for these people as they had a long history together, so she was struggling to let them go. However, as they reached out to her less and less frequently, mainly due to her declining their invitations, she was now frustrated, dealing with anxiety of being rejected. Now you may be thinking, that's kind of silly. If she didn't want to spend time with them anymore, then them drifting away should be a good thing. And you're right, if we were always logical, but we're not. We're emotional beings constantly dealing with our feelings. So even in the best of circumstances, we'll tend to feel a loss or even rejected when a relationship comes to an end. So with all of this emotional attachment, how do we let go of people and relationships more easily? You can start by reminding yourself that no one is supposed to be in your life forever, as each person is always reflecting back to your current ideas, values, and beliefs. And when your passions and values change, you experience a shift in consciousness and who you're being. Accordingly, the thoughts you think, activities you engage in, and experiences you pursue will all shift too, which will then affect who you want to spend your time with. And please note, this is also true for people who no longer want to spend their time around you. You see, regardless of the reasons that the relationship is coming to an end, the real reason it's over is because you each learned what you were supposed to from it, meaning it was a success, and now it's time to move on. When we understand that a relationship has served its purpose, it's easier to process, allowing us to let go of the person or relationship more easily.
Ready for your vitamin B12 shot of the week? When a relationship comes to an end, it's because it was successful at expanding your consciousness to the place it needs to be for you to live more fabulously.
So now I want to hear from you. Is there a relationship that you're struggling to let go of, or maybe one that needs salvaging? If so, please leave your comments and questions below, as I want to know your story and the challenges you've faced when it comes to relationships. Who knows, I may be answering your question on the next episode of Living Clear TV. Thanks for watching!
Did you like this video? If so, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends all around the web. Looking for a vitamin B12 shot for your dreams? Head on over to morganmckeen.com and sign up for Living Clear to get the motivation you need to make your dreams a reality. You've been watching Living Clear with Morgan McKean, where you get the best spiritual ideas for fabulous living.